Good morning. Getting ready for work. Wanted to say hi and read you this little paragraph from page 20. Seeing my goals. I will set aside time each day to visualize my life's goals as being already achieved. I will picture myself functioning in the situation I wish to see myself manifest in my world. I'll operate in it as if it were really happening. Smelling it, tasting it, moving, talking, interacting, and being in it as if it were real. I am not afraid to harness the power of my own mind in actualizing my dreams. I am also willing to do the work that it will take to get where I want to go. I'll be consistent, picturing one thing one day and another the next, or picturing in a scattered, half-hearted way, then feeling disappointed when things don't go my way is not good, and I know it. I'll stay with it on every level. I'll do the visualizing and the efforting so that circumstances can come together in a positive way. Okay. Well, what I have to say about that is it is no secret that there's something called the secret. There's the law of affirmations, or the law of positive thinking, the law of attraction, the law of assumption, that all of those affect our attitude. They affect the way the cells, the blood, the water moves through our body. I know. On a microscopic level, you can see it. You can see it. They did a research paper and an exhibition years ago on how talking to plants or talking to water or yelling at them or playing certain music makes them behave differently. So it's not just woo-woo, it's real. So, I finally got a good night's sleep the last couple nights. Last night before last, I couldn't hardly sleep at all. I don't know what was going on. Oh, I forgot to get out a... Did I forget to get out a makeup brush, or do I have one? Here it is. Okay, I have one. But I'm using extra makeup because I am covering up dark spots. So I know positive thinking and affirmations are not for everyone. Affirmations don't work for me. Anyway, the ones that aren't true, they have to be true. So if you can make a list, for instance, of the things you know you're good at. Come on, you know you're good at something. If it's just whipping up a lunch, especially if it's unexpected and guess a friend stops by. Are you good at laundry? Are you good at keeping track of numbers or names? You think that this is little, but it's not. These are important things. A lot of us are not good at those things. I'm not good at any of those things, so they couldn't be on my list. Yeah, it's like a curse. I know cooking and being a good host just aren't my thing. I figure if you stop by, you're going to do like me and you just want to kick back, put your feet up, order out. But I have friends who, they take it very seriously. And it's wonderful, of course, but I am very easily entertained. So what I'm talking about is today is feeling love. Some of us have difficulty feeling love or feeling relaxed, or feeling content. Those kind of feelings. The kind of feelings. Okay. Now I need to just smooth that out. I think I've got enough on there. So if I say to myself over and over and over again, oh, I'm so miserable. Oh, I'm so miserable. Oh, I'm so miserable. Or I'm telling the same miserable story from my childhood over and over again. People with PTSD, childhood PTSD or war PTSD or abuse PTSD from a horrible event, they get locked into repeating a story in their head because I think they get afraid they'll forget it and then they'll be vulnerable again. And I'm telling you, you won't forget. Even if you get treatment for your PTSD or your PTSD tends to be an acute state and it fades away, you're not going to forget the event happened. You'll still be able to protect yourself, hopefully, or do something different. Hopefully it won't happen again. But let's move on to how to expedite the tension that comes with PTSD. So what you'd want to do is catch yourself at having those negative thoughts and memories. Catch yourself especially because you can start doing it. You can start catching yourself where you'll recognize you're having the same thoughts, the same exact thoughts over and over again, like almost like a mantra. Catching yourself is the first great big step to getting better, because then you can do stop thought, change thought. Stop and then change thought to coffee beans, coffee smell, coffee, what have you. And then you can replace it with what people call the law of attraction, and start thinking about what you want in your life. Peace and relax, and then just visualize peaceful and relaxed, cuddled up on a little velvet sofa with a yummy, creamy blanket and pillows and a little book. Go there. Create a vision, or create a vision of you walking outside in the fresh air, saying hello to neighbors. Visualize yourself going to church or an AA meeting, or getting involved in a job or volunteer work. So, that the cells in your body can start to relax, and your brain can start creating the neural pathways that say, oh, I don't have to worry, I don't have to stress, I don't have to be scared, and I really can relax. And you don't have to say, relax, relax, relax to yourself, because I don't know about you, but that didn't work for me. It did not. Because my inner voice would say, stop telling me what to do. And if any of you have been my client, You know, I know. Many of you have the same experience. Don't tell me what to do. I love talking about this with clients too. It's pretty cool. No, you don't have to be Miss Positive or Mr. Positive all the time. You just have to decide to value something. Value the fact that you're in this body at this time on this planet, right? Look, I know the world is freaking weird right now. This is what's really in here. This one, I dug this out. I had really bad acne as a kid, and I'm going to tell you, it is separating in the pores of my nose like a crazy person. So if you want to watch me try to patch up my nose, that's awesome. But I'm going to tell you, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to use this. I'm just curious if it can work. No, it likes to settle in the pores. That's too bad. Oh, well. Okay. So if you're suffering with PTSD or high stress, I'm encouraging you to try the Stop Thought, Change Thought, and then try replacing it with a sweet little, you can call it a sweet little fantasy. And feel your body relax. Oh, because it will. And I know some of you have shared that you have a place in your yard or in your home. You shared this with me, where you can go to breathe, to relax, to feel a little closer to God. And if you don't have a little spot like that, I'd like you to create one. Even if it's just a little chair in a little corner, and get a little milk crate to put a little lamp or candle on it. A little rug, a little extra one you have from the bathroom. Just a little nook where you can sit and feel like this is my corner. Put a little picture on that wall in that little corner. Or you can do it up big, right? I have a couple places in my home. One on my back portico, one on my front stoop of my house, and one at the end of my yard. Little places I can just sit and be good. I even have a chair in the middle of my house if I have privacy. It's just where it's sitting, and my little ottoman that goes with it. I can see out a couple windows. I don't have big windows, but I can see out the windows. And I can relax and enjoy the vision. Where's my eyeliner? Okay, where is it? Come on. I know you're... I knew it was in there. If I'm just seeing one or two clients, I can just use the powder, the black powder. But when I'm seeing clients all day, that powder wears off, and I don't like how my eyes look. I haven't found a powder that stays all day. Do you have one? Because I love using powder liner. Doing the line is getting easier and easier, like it used to be in the old days before I started using powder. I used to always use liquid liner because I used the waterproof, and my eyes always had bags on top. So if I could keep my eye down, the waterproof wouldn't get up on my eyelid throughout the day. And when I changed to powder, because I got some black eyeshadow in one of my palettes a few years ago, I thought, oh, I'll try and see what happens. And I got so spoiled. It was just so easy to just mop on. But I had had that eyelid surgery. And so I don't have that problem so much anymore. But I've noticed, I don't know if it's sleeping or I should say a few years ago, I got some black eyeshadow. But not a year ago. But anyway, I am so groggy. Over the course of the last couple years, I've noticed my eyelids starting to bag more. So if I put my hand here, it's my pivot. Yeah. But I got some. I accidentally touched it in my corner of my eye. Went a little too deep. I have never done that before. And then I just fill it in, try to squeeze it down into the lashes. It's pretty easy once you build up your self-confidence on it. But I've been doing it for years. Just pivot on here, somewhere on your cheek where your hand's handy, and just when you have your eyelid pulled up, just whoosh, pivot. Pretty cool, huh? You know, I didn't realize how I was doing it until I slowed down to talk on here. I'm putting some sunshine on. It'll look okay in the camera. It looks a little weird here, but I have some shopping therapy angst. I want to go shopping so bad. And I don't want to go in person even. I want to go online. But I'm not seeing anything I want, really. I'm thinking about doing some prepping. Are any of y'all doing prepping? Just in case all this ridiculousness gets out of hand and we need to try to cover ourselves in case the electric goes down or the water goes down. I'm just wondering. We try to be smart, just, you know, because I was raised on a farm out in the country. And when we would get a snowstorm or something in, if you weren't prepared, you know, we weren't preppers, but if you weren't prepared, not only did your neighbors think, well, that's stupid of you, but then they'd have to bail you out. Because no one's going to let you go hungry. And then, on top of it, you're putting them in a spot. And that's not nice. So, after my well ran dry a couple times when I was a kid, I realized you have to have a way to have extra water. And back then, we didn't have bottled water. That wasn't a thing yet. So you had to put it in containers, and ever so often you had to, I don't know, put a little bleach in it or something. I didn't take care of that part of the farm, but that was part of our maintenance. And also having extra food, living out in the country. Sometimes it was very inconvenient to get into town. Or if you were busy farming stuff, you just couldn't go running into town every willy-nilly. So it doesn't hurt me to think about stocking up. I'm just thinking about some of the other things people are doing, like how are they going to charge their phones if their electricity goes out? We had our electricity go out for like 5 days, 6 days. Was it last year or the year before? Pretty sad I can't remember when I went through that. But it wasn't such a big deal to me. It was a big deal to a lot of people. But we had a neighbor that had a generator, and this is how nonchalantly generous some people are, just by accident. Talk about being a good neighbor or a good host. He had 3 neighbors, us included, hooked up to his generator. A big, expensive generator. Okay, I gotta get going. I put on more eyeshadow than normal today, just for funsies. But I don't think I got it very smooth. Just kind of experimenting. We'll see. See how it goes. All right, I love y'all. I gotta decide if I'm just gonna wear a headband or do something. I think I'm out of time. All right. Love you. Mwah. Take care and bye for now.